Hello, and welcome back to Sunbeam Bedtime Tales' cozy corner of bedtime stories. Tonight's tale is called Jasmine and the Shadow Puppet Theater. If you enjoy our stories, please like this video, leave a comment with your favorite part, and subscribe to join us on more adventures. Share this story with friends and family so everyone can drift off to sweet dreams. Now, get comfortable, close your eyes, and let's begin. Jasmine and the Shadow Puppet Theater. On a soft, rainy afternoon, Jasmine followed the hush of falling raindrops up the narrow attic stairs. The air smelled of cedar and long-ago laughter. Trunks lined the sloped ceiling walls, each one stuffed with yellowed letters, worn fabrics, and photographs that smiled back from another time. As she ran her fingertips along a cracked leather case, a small, folded shape caught her eye, tucked behind moth-eaten costumes and sepia snapshots. Jasmine's heart fluttered with curiosity. She knelt beside the trunk and gently slid its lid open, ready to discover something remarkable hiding in the quiet shadows. Inside the trunk, under a layer of soft dust, lay a fragile structure made of parchment and twine. Carefully, Jasmine lifted it out and found a tiny puppet theater no larger than her open palms. Delicate scrollwork twined around its frame, and paper curtains were stitched to tiny rods. Each wooden dowel was wrapped in colored thread, as though the hands that built it knew secret stories. Even folded, the theater seemed to whisper promises of performance. Jasmine's breath caught as she marveled at the craftsmanship. This little stage felt like a door to another world, waiting for its debut. As Jasmine unfolded the theater's paper walls, a warm breeze stirred the attic's still air, sending dust motes dancing like golden fireflies. She hadn't touched the old lamp on the trunk's corner, yet its wick glowed to life, casting a gentle pool of light. Across the parchment walls, tiny silhouettes shimmered and shifted. Jasmine's eyes widened. She felt the theater's unseen audience holding its breath. The attic walls melted away, replaced by a hush filled with possibility. There, in the lamp's glow, shadow and light prepared to weave a story as old as time. Jasmine watched, spellbound, as the paper figures began to stir. A pair of dancers in swirling gowns swept across the stage, their skirts rustling like leaves in wind. Cloaked wanderers strode solemnly, lanterns swinging from their belts. Majestic beasts stamped their paws, and tiny stars twinkled in a hush of midnight sky. Not a single thread or rod was visible. The puppets moved with silent precision, guided by invisible hands. Jasmine leaned forward, her pulse matching the soft rhythm. Each movement felt alive, as though the theater itself had drawn its breath and invited her to dream along. The shadow play unfolded without a single word. First, a masked couple reached for each other, separated by a drifting veil of mist, then reunited in a joyous embrace. Next, a lone traveler followed a winding river under a star-speckled sky, forging a bridge of stones. Finally, a distant village rose from shadow, its lanterns dim until a single bright star hovered overhead, lighting every rooftop. Jasmine felt her chest tighten with wonder. This silent tale was a song of hope and return, of paths found in darkness and the guiding pull of memory. When the final silhouette bowed and the paper curtains fell, the theater stood still. Jasmine blinked and noticed a new treasure behind the stage, a smooth ebony mask carved to fit a child's face. Its surface gleamed under the lamp's golden glow, as if polished by countless fingertips. The mask had no mouth to speak, no eyes to see, but it felt alive with stories. Jasmine's fingers trembled as she reached forward. The moment she lifted the mask, she sensed its secret. This gift was not to command the shadows, but to carry their quiet memory into every tomorrow. That night, Jasmine sat under the attic lamp, fitting the ebony mask to her face. Through its dark eye holes, the paper theater reanimated on the attic walls, replaying each scene in gentle hush. She recognized every silhouette, every star and curve of the dancer's skirts. The mask pulsed with warmth as though it remembered the story it had witnessed. Jasmine's heart swelled with gratitude. She had not become the puppeteer, but the keeper of this silent performance. Under the mask, she smiled, carrying the theater's memory like a lantern in her soul. From that day on, whenever Jasmine unfolded the delicate theater, the story awaited her once more, but never the same way twice. A new melody of shadow shapes would dance across the walls, a playful forest quest, a moonlit serenade, or a caravan of dreamers. Yet one thing remained constant. The lamp knew exactly which silhouettes to show and when. Jasmine learned that shadows do not hide their tales. They retell them in soft, ever-shifting scenes. And with the mask in hand, she carried their quiet magic into every corner of her life. Good night, little dreamers. May your own shadows whisper stories you're always ready to remember.